You know that feeling, right? That knot in your stomach just before you have to speak in public? We have all been there. But what if I told you the secret to becoming a confident speaker wasn't about facing down terrifying podiums? Today, we're going to open up a toolkit that actually turns that fear into fun. So let's just chew on that for a second. I want you to forget everything you think you know about public speaking practice. See, the material we're looking at today turns this whole idea on its head. It suggests a completely different approach, one that starts not with a scary speech, but with a game. And that's really the heart of it all. The whole idea is that the journey to becoming a powerful speaker is built on a foundation of low pressure, engaging, and, genuinely fun activities. It's all about building that muscle memory for speaking, but without that paralyzing fear of failure. All right, so here's the game plan for our explainer. We're going to explore this new approach by looking at 4 different kinds of workouts in our communication gem. We'll hit the art of debate, then we'll look at how pictures can be worth 1,000 words, we'll spend some time in the solo spotlight, and finally, see how we're all stronger together. Okay, first up, let's talk about the big idea here. The whole point is to totally shift your focus from performance to practice. So instead of one single high-stakes speech, the idea is to do dozens of little interactive exercises that feel more like fun than work. I want you to think of it like a communication gym. Every single activity we're about to jump into, think of it like a different machine at the gym, each one designed to work a very specific speaking muscle, from building logical arguments to practicing spontaneous creative thinking. Our first station in the gym is debate. And listen, this isn't about shouting matches or trying to win at all costs. No, no. It's more like a structured game, one that's designed to teach you how to think on your feet and organize your thoughts in a really logical way. So how do you get ready for a debate? You're going to love this. With a simple game of Simon Says. I know, it sounds like a kid's game, right? But it's actually genius. Because it trains the one skill that's absolutely crucial in any debate: listening. Really, truly listening before you jump in. Okay, so once you're warmed up, the debate itself has these 4 really simple but powerful rules. First, you've got 2 teams, one for, one against. Second, you've got to stick to your side, no flip-flopping. Third, and this is huge, you have to back up everything you say with actual reasons. And finally, you got to be accurate. This simple framework builds so much discipline in how we communicate. And get this, look at the topic they use for the debate. It's not some stuffy, boring academic thing. It's something every kid can get behind, a 4-day school week. It just goes to show that you can practice really serious skills without it having to feel serious at all. All right, let's head over to the next station in our gym. So here we're shifting gears a bit. We're moving away from logical arguments and focusing on just observing things. The whole idea is to use pictures to build up your vocabulary and your ability to say what you see really clearly and accurately. The warm-up here is this game called freeze frame, which is basically charades, right? So one person acts something out without saying a word, and everyone else has to watch super closely and guess what's going on. It's such a fantastic way to practice turning what you see into what you can say. Okay, so for the main activity, you show the students these pictures with a lot going on in them, and you just ask them to describe what's happening. And the key here is all about being precise. You got to use full sentences, get your tenses right. It's all about connecting that visual analysis with being grammatically on point. And then, to take it up a notch, you play Spot the Difference. And again, this is way more than just a kid's game. It's a serious exercise in paying attention to tiny details and using super precise language. You can't just say it's different. You have to explain how it's different. Okay, so we've done group work. Now it's time to step into the solo spotlight. This section of our toolkit is all about building that individual confidence, getting comfortable speaking on your own, off the cuff, and just finding your own voice. And we start with a really cool warm-up called the story chain. It's simple. The facilitator kicks off a story with just one sentence, and then each person around the circle adds the next sentence. What's great about this is it takes away all the pressure of having to invent a whole story by yourself. It's all about thinking fast and being creative in the moment. Then, once everyone's warmed up, the solo practice starts, and it's broken down into 3 really smart steps. First, you start super simple. Just describe an everyday object like a pen. Then you level up to extemporaneous speaking, where you talk for just 1 minute on a topic you're given right there on the spot. And finally, you talk about yourself. You see how that works? It's like this perfect ladder, moving you from something totally objective to something deeply personal. All right, our last stop in the communication gym.
This is where we bring everything together. This one really hammers home the point that great communication, it's not just about talking. It's about listening, working together, and building something with someone else.
And you'll love the warm-up for this one. It's called opposite action. So when the facilitator says stand up, you sit down. If they say clap fast, you clap slow. It sounds silly, but it's a really fun physical game that literally forces your brain to stop, listen, and process what you're hearing before you just automatically react.
And that leads us to the main event, the Paired Storytelling Challenge. Basically, you get a partner, and together you have to come up with and present a short story. I mean, think about it. This tests everything we've been talking about: brainstorming, managing your time, coordinating with another person, and getting creative with your presentation. It's the ultimate team workout, and it's just a blast.
So that's the whole circuit. 4 totally different methods. You've got debate, you've got describing pictures, you've got solo practice, and you've got working with a partner. Each one feels like a game, right? But when you put them all together, you get this incredibly complete system for building real confidence.
So what's the big takeaway here? What's the common thread that ties all of this together? It's one word: gamification. By turning practice into play, you completely lower the stakes. You get to do it over and over, and that allows your confidence to just grow naturally without all the pressure and fear of some big, scary performance. So it all comes down to this: turning practice into play helps us learn better and with a whole lot less fear. And that really leaves us with one final big question. Think about it. This isn't just about public speaking, is it? I mean, what if you took this idea, this principle of structured play and low-stakes practice, and applied it to learning anything difficult? A new language, an instrument, coding? How could that change the way we approach learning, well, everything?